So today we are going to be camping in England's most remote spot. What? There's a pub. Eventually. Okay, finally I have dragged him out the pub, and we are just leaving Postbridge to walk over the top of the moor and then along the East Dart River to get to Fur Tor, which, as you've probably seen already, is described as the most remote place in England. So yeah, not expecting much in the way of mobile phone signal from now on. Just miles and miles of rolling hills and beautiful waterways and pain. This looks like the sort of countryside that you often see Postman Pat van going down. Let me introduce you to my fellow hiker and camper. For those who haven't met him, this is Warren from Linley's 360. I'll put a link in the doobly-doo below. So yeah, we're camping up on Fur Tor. Haven't yet decided which way to go. Let me just spin the camera around. So we've got two different routes. We have one going over the top of the moor, and then we've got one going down along the East Dart River. Thank you. And with the weather the way it is, I'm wondering how full the river is, and so we're going to take the slightly less scenic route on the way, going straight over the top. It's a little bit more direct, which might bring us to our camping ground a little bit early, but that's fine. And then maybe tomorrow, weather dependent, we'll check out the river route on the way back. So yeah, Fur Tor, looking forward to this. Welcome to a place in the sun, Dartmoor edition. Oh, that reminds me, it's my mother-in-law's birthday today. Afternoon, Warren.
Good afternoon, Hedley. What a lovely adventure you've got me doing today.
So we're going to carry on up to the top of the moor that way, and then we're going to cut across the top of it and drop down to the river the other side, and then we track around until we get to Cut Hill, over Cut Hill to Fur Tor, which is going to be the tricky part. But for now, yeah, we're doing well. We're doing really, really well. We're probably about a mile in and cross that first stream. But there are more to come. There are more to come. Okay, so we're now pretty much at the top of the first hill, just over 500 metres up. We're in the middle of nowhere. Look at this. Skylarks have amplifiers, I think, really loud. And over to my right is the East Dart River, down there in the valley. So we've cut off the big meander, and so shortly we will be descending down to the river itself. Right, we are just coming up to Sandy Hole Pass, which is a gap over there in the hill that the water comes through. We're over a third the way there. It's taken us 2 hours to get to this point, and we're only a third the way. This is good. This is feeling quite remote. But yeah, we'll get through Sandy Hole Pass and then follow the river up a little bit, and then we're going to go and start the climb up to Cut Hill, which is the last piece before Fur Tor, but that is going to be the hardest section. This is waterlogged as it is up there. Goodness knows what it's going to be like. but we're okay for time. It's just gone 3 o'clock. We set off at 1 o'clock and it's not dark till after 9. So if it takes us more than 6 hours to get there from here, then something's gone wrong. Now, with foreboding clouds, it's a game of where's Warren? I see his bag, he was a bit ahead of me, and he's nowhere to be seen. Oh well, if something has befallen him, I'll have his Hilleberg Zulu Black Label. That'd be nice. Thanks, Warren. Right, now, shh. Bit of wildlife here, I don't want to scare it away. If you look down there in red, you can see the lesser spotted Linley's 360. Perched on a rock, keeping watch like a meerkat. If you look closely, you can just see him coming over this. He spotted us. Run, 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 run. Okay, we've got some serious rain coming in. You can see behind us is kind of right where we were, but the way ahead, it's not looking promising.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, don't miss it.
See, it's been about 3 hours plus since the pub, so I'm not quite sure what's fueling this nonsense. We are now between half and 2/3 the way there. We have the most difficult bit ahead of us. You can see it up ahead, Cut Hill. We just crossed this kind of what felt like a lumpy plain or delta where every time you go down into a dip you're walking through water. So this is a hard fought camp, this one, but you know, spirits are good and we're getting there and we've got plenty of daylight, so time to plod on and get ourselves up Cut Hill and then Fur Tor. Okay, so we're now, I believe, at Cut Hill Stream. We've just crossed this without incident. I'm going to fill my bottles up with water using my filter, and then we've got to climb up there into the clag, into the clouds, up to 605 metres Cut Hill, and then we're probably about an hour and a quarter roughly from here to where we propose to camp on Fur Tor. This is probably the most remote I've ever felt, but it's wonderful. Might take a while. Okay, we're just all watered up. I got an extra 3.5 litres of water. The rucksack feels really heavy. Just as we start our ascent up to 605 metres on Cut Hill. I'm going to knuckle down on this. It's going to be a difficult ascent with lots of marsh, so I will speak to you when we are at camp. Right, I'm in the tent. I got absolutely soaked. Everything in here is soaking. Tent isn't, it's up, but it's not up properly, but I'm gonna have to just play this one by ear. I need to dry off, change my socks, I think, and just sort everything out and then get some hot drink on the go. That was a bit desperate, to be honest with you. Wow, I've forgotten how small it is in here too. Oh, well, in starting to dry out, starting to organise stuff. So I have my Hobgoblin Ruby, I've got 2 of those. And for dinner, chicken fajita with rice and some raspberry crumble, look at that. And some very off looking water, which I am going to boil the hell out of. There we go at last. Rain has died off for the time being, and I have my hot chocolate. Oh, I've been looking forward to that. You all right, Warren?
Oh yeah.
He's all right. So we've lost a lot of the views. The tent's pitched there behind me. I've had to do some fettling because I pitched mine in haste. The views are gone. We're up in the clouds. So over that way we had Great Miz Tor, Great Staple Tor, and Cox Tor and Roost Tor. Over that way we had Tavy Cleave, and then in that direction, the other end of Dartmoor, Yes Tor, High Willhays, and Great Links Tor, and then Cut Hill over that way. But it's all gone. We are now up in the clouds. I don't know, if it clears I'll show you, I guess. But yeah, I mean, this does feel really remote. We haven't seen a single person since leaving the National Park Centre. I mean, it is just absolute middle of nowhere. But yeah, wonderful place. Right, I need to get in and get warm again. So, Warren, what have you got for your dinner?
I've got a Wayfarer, one of these gooey packet ones.
Oh yes.
It's the spicy sausage
Ooh.
and pasta.
Yes. Aren't you? But he's got
there's
goo.
More. I've got a side dish of spicy Mexican rice. Come on.
Why is it the more you eat, the fatter I get?
Because I like food. And you burn it off, don't you?
Oh, you do today, yeah. Right, well, I have...
What have you got? Tell.
I have a Summit to Eat chicken fajita with rice. Good. And for dessert...
You got pudding?
I have dessert, yes. Okay. For dessert, I have raspberry crumble.
Oh, you see, that is very good.
Posh,
nice.
Posh.
Nice.
How the other half live,
yeah,
eh?
I know.
Okay. So, first things first, what I'm going to do is get some water. Any I don't use, I will use as drinking water later. And just get this stove, first of all, properly balanced. Let's get this done properly. Now that's good, and now I can get it lit. There we go. That a couple of minutes, and then I can get my meal underway. Whilst this is cooking, I'm not going to do any YouTuber shout outs tonight, but I am going to give a shout out to a gentleman called Scott Buckley, who composes most of the music that I use in my videos. Absolutely fantastic bloke. Go and visit his channel, and he does live composing sessions as well online, which are really good to watch. Right, let's get dinner sorted. Right, now the moment that you've all been waiting for, the highlight of the camp, me eating my food. It's the same that I had on the last camp. I mean, I don't know, you don't get this on the BBC, do you? Let me give you a fake reaction to something that I know how it already tastes. Let's have a look. Oh, that's good. That's good. Right, that's that done.
Come on, Hedley, is it that time?
I think it is. What are you on tonight? Are you on?
I've got Abbott. I've got 2 Abbots.
I got Hobgoblin.
You've got a proper Hobgoblin.
I have.
That's the Ruby.
It
Ruby
is.
Hobgoblin is
Cheers, Warren.
potentially better. Cheers.
Wait. Oh. The remotest beers in England.
The remotest beers in England, so well put.
Very nice. Oh yeah. A quick look around the tent, nothing big. So I've got my shoes holding my beer there. I've got the stove. Over there I have a bin bag, a food bag, some drink. I've got water down here. And I'm nice and cosy in the tent down there. And I have various appendages hanging from the roof. Tent isn't quite as new as it was. There's a few sort of rough seams here and there, but it is a bit of a workhorse, so it's doing its job. Right, so out the tent for a little bit. There's Mr. Linley's over there having a wander around. So starting to see a view out to the west. We can see Great Miz Tor, Great Staple Tor, Roost Tor, White Tor, Cox Tor, and then let's have a look around here. Try not to trip over the guy lines. We have the tents looking resplendent, and over here we have the north of Dartmoor. Up in the clouds we have High Will Hayes, Yes Tor over there, Lint Tor over there, and those clouds over there are all over Great Links Tor, which would have been our plan B for today. But look at the size of this Tor. There's a whole nother bunch of rocks over there. It's absolutely humongous. Wow. This is probably as big as Great Miz Tor. And then round here we have the wind. Oh, no. So Fur Tor is known colloquially as the Queen of the Moor. It's kind of, I guess it's the prize in the collection of wild campers here. And I'd like to say a personal thank you to our fund manager friend, our hedge fund manager, for involuntarily allowing us to stay here in this wonderful place. We are now due heavy rain tonight, which was not originally forecast. I think that's probably going to make the journey, walk back tomorrow, even more problematic, as we have surge of water leaving these tors and going down the valleys, but we'll see how it goes. But isn't this just a wonderful place? Okay, so I'm now boiling some water for the raspberry crumble. Let's have a look at what this is like. Fattening is the answer. Okay, so time is up on the raspberry crumble. Let's open it, and straight away I can see I've put way too much water in it. It's basically soup and it's gooey. Let's give it a go, hey? Taste wise it's brilliant, but it needs far less water than this. Oh well, I'll get on it. I can see real raspberries in it, so cheers, I'll get on with it. Well, it's just starting to get a little bit rough out there. I've got the wind hitting the side of the tent. It's kind of swirling around the tor and then hitting the tent, and we've got the rain coming on now as well. I think it's gonna be a bit of a rough night tonight, but we're kind of hunkered down. Got my sleeping bag is leaking a few feathers, so it looks like a poultry slaughterhouse in here, but yeah, otherwise nice and warm and dry, and that's the main thing. And I think it is just now a case of hunkering down and dreading the moment I need to go out for a wee. Oh, here we go. Okay, we are now post-sunset. The wind has been coming and going and battering the tent and then not battering the tent, and the rain's been battering the tent and then not battering the tent, so picking a time to go out to the toilet would be is going to be a bit difficult, but unless anything dramatic happens, which hopefully it won't, I will now show you some shots from outside and take you to the morning. I see a camera pointing out the tent. Morning, Warren.
Morning, Hedley.
How are you this morning?
Yeah, very good.
Bit of a rough night, but we made it.
A rough night.
It was.
Was it?
It was a rough night, you sleepy so-and-so.
At 4, I woke up about 20 past 4, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was a bit wet then.
A bit wet, yeah. Yeah. Right, well, after a little bit of a rough night and probably 3 or 4 hours sleep, it's enough, to be honest with you. We do have, at the moment, a beautiful sunny morning. So I've got my coffee, and I think Warren and I are going to kick around camp for a while. I don't think we're in any immediate rush. I think the weather is meant to hold today, hopefully, and we do have a long walk back. So it's gonna veg for a while, and yeah, I'll show you some of the way back. Warren, can you repeat to me what you just said, please?
There's a crack
There's
in the side of my porridge pot.
Warren's going to have a crap in his porridge pot. Dear, oh dear. Yeah, we have 360-degree views here. I can see all the places I've camped. We are absolutely miles from anywhere. This really is the most remote feeling I've ever had. You can, in the distance, just to the naked eye anyway, make out Bodmin Moor with Brown Willow and Fur Tor. So you can see deep into this way. The only way we're restricted is that way, where we've camped, but obviously we're going to be going back that way shortly once Warren stops rock hopping. One day he'll grow up. Warren, did you enjoy that?
Fantastic.
What a place, eh? What a place, what a place. Do follow Warren, Linley's360 on YouTube. Very prolific YouTuber. You'll get lots of regular videos.
A range of content.
A range of content. It's wonderful. Right, well, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed that. We're going to get these tents down, and we've now got a 4.5 hour squelchy walk back to Postbridge. Leave no trace.
I've walked through shadows, followed the wrong stars, took the long way down, these scars. Every step I took, every road I chose, left a trail of dreams and doors I closed. If I could turn back the hands of time, rewrite our story, make it all right, I'd take those chances, I'd face my fears, undo the mistakes that cost us tears. I see your face, the one I let down, the broken promises, they all gather round. I chased the wrong things, lost sight of what's true. Now I'm left with echoes of what I didn't do. If I could turn back the hands of time, rewrite our story, make it all right, I'd take those chances, I'd face my fears, undo the mistakes that cost us tears. Now I stand alone in the silence of the night, haunted by the past and the wrongs I couldn't right. If I had one wish, I'd go back and start anew, but all I have are memories of a life I knew. If I could turn back the hands of time, rewrite our story, make it all right, I'd take those chances, I'd face my fears, undo the mistakes that cost us tears. But time keeps moving, it won't wait for me, so I carry the weight of what will never be. If I could turn back, I'd turn back time, but all I can do now is say goodbye.
That was a 4.5 hour walk back, just like yesterday, but now finally I can put my feet up and I can go home.
Hang on.
What?
Pub.